President Buhari on 5-day official visit to Katsina. Sultan meets Mieti Allah leadership towards ending conflicts with their members. A very good afternoon and welcome to NTA to Panorama from NTA Sokoto Network Center. I am Sadia Umardigi. President Muhammadu Buhari is in Daura, Katsina State on a 5-day official visit. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that the president was given a befitting reception on arrival at Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport, Katsina. On hand to receive him were a high-powered Katsina State government delegation led by Governor Aminu Bello Masari. Others were Deputy Governor Manir Yakubu, Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika, State Party Chairman, State Chief Judge, and the Speaker of the State Assembly. President Buhari, who inspected a ceremonial guard mounted by a detachment of Nigerian Army, proceeded to Daura by helicopter. While in Daura, the President is expected to participate in the APC membership registration and update of its register towards improving on the support base of the governing party nationwide. President Buhari considers the exercise is a very important one for the nation's democracy and its yearnings for good leadership as requirements of the process of nation building. The Emir of Daura, Farouk Umar Farouk, led prominent members of the community to welcome the president at Daura helipad. Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau has made a passionate appeal for assistance by federal government towards rebuilding the iconic Jos Main Market. The governor, who made the appeal at an audience with President Muhammadu Buhari, also discussed with the Nigerian leader issues relating to security, the appointment of the new service chiefs, and the coronavirus pandemic. State House correspondent has the details.
Thank you, sir.
It was the first formal engagement between President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State, who is also the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum in the new year. He is here to express their appreciation and support to the president for the launch of Alternate School Program Initiative, his commitment towards reviving the NNDC, offsetting backlog of entitlements owed disengaged staff of the new Nigerian newspapers, as well as the appointment of new service chiefs.
We're in a new year and we're seeing new actions in the interest of the country and to assure him of our general support. The change of service chiefs is very commendable, and I also remind him about some of the outstanding things that was left behind by their predecessors so that we can hasten and conclude them to make people safe, especially that we had serious cases of banditry, kidnapping, and so many issues of insecurity in the country. So we are going to give the maximum cooperation to the new service chiefs. In February, the whole northern governors are going to meet with traditional rulers to look at ways of addressing youth restiveness and also issue of traditional council, which are also related to general insecurity in the north and, of course, Nigeria.
On the Jos Main Market destroyed by fire in 2007, the governor said Plateau lacks the capacity to rebuild it.
In Plateau State, one of the things that was keeping us was the Jos Main Market, which was burned down. And up to this moment, it's difficult for us to rebuild that market. You know, market is very essential to people. I have tried in several ways, but definitely as a father, I also came to him. And I said, I need also support. The assessment so far is between 12 to 15 billion to rebuild that market.
And on COVID-19, Governor Lalong told the president that northern governors have resolved to lead by example as regards the expected vaccination.
When the vaccine comes, we should be the first to show example. We are ready to offer ourselves for vaccination. So we are now drumming up efforts in sensitization. We had quarrels with some of our colleagues, who said they don't believe in it. And my question is, if the president believes in it, who else will say he doesn't believe in it?
He said in the last 2 weeks alone, for instance, no fewer than 8 prominent Plateau indigenes died of COVID-19. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
The Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, is leading genuine and concerted efforts to complement government efforts in finding solutions to Nigerian security challenges. To this end, the Sultan met with national leadership of Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association and the 36 states and FCT chairman of the association in Abuja to dialogue on ways of ending conflicts with their members. Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, who doubles as the chairman board of trustee of Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association and that of Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, is seeking an end to the involvement of some Fulani in banditry and kidnappings in the country, resulting in stigmatization and profiling of the Fulanis. Special advisor to Sultan Dr. Usman Bagaji briefed the media after the meeting.
There is going to be a genuine search for solution, that will engage government, that will engage the Fulani leaders, that will engage the non-Fulani leaders, that will engage the criminal elements, that will begin to engage every stakeholder in this terrible business that we are trying to resolve. And there are timelines put to it, because we need to, get this done with maximum 1 year from now, if all the stakeholders are ready to cooperate.
The communique is expected at the end of the meeting, which will be forwarded to the government for consideration and possible implementation. The new Commissioner of Police, Sokoto State Command, Ali Ajijanga, has challenged community leaders to support the fight against banditry by exposing bad elements in their domains. He threw the challenge during a familiarization visit to some communities worst hit by banditry in Sabon Birni and Isa local government areas. Sheikh Muhammad Datti reports.
The familiarization visit gave the new Commissioner of Police, Ali Janga, first-hand information about the communities worst hit by the banditry. The visit was also an opportunity for the police and community leaders to rub minds on how best to rid the areas of banditry. The Commissioner of Police said more police will be deployed to the areas to aid the fight in the flashpoints.
When I arrived Sokoto safely, I discovered that Sabon Birni and Isa local government are the most challenging area of insecurity. So as such, without not wasting time, I decided to visit these areas. I meet the stakeholders, we dialogue and come out with solutions of how to tackle the insecurity affecting those areas.
The community leaders that include district heads of Ongwaleli, Ngatawa, and Isa commended the Commissioner of Police for the visit. They described the visit as timely, appealing to the Commissioner to act fast to rescue their communities from the grip of bandits.
And also supporting was something that we don't want to publicize.
The whole community is local government. We are now having kind of, I can say, it's zero opposition. We came together, we sit down together because the security issue is major challenge in the area.
Banditry and cattle rustling had claimed lives and properties in Sawamberni and Isa local government areas. In Sokoto, Sheikh Muhammad Datti, NTA News.
Then for a state governor, Bello Muhammad has given 3 months ultimatum to contractors handling the Gusau Township Road project to complete the work. The governor gave the ultimatum while on an inspection visit to the project site. Haliru Muhammad Umar has more.
The present administration of Governor Bello Muhammad had shortly after inception awarded contract for the construction and reconstruction of some of the township roads within Gusau as part of efforts to address the shortage of basic infrastructures in the state capital. The governor was at the various sites of the project to assess the work done so far. He was conducted around the Tashar Magami Erdansi, here the Kwatli Chochin Kwano Road, and that of Ungwari Rima by the State Commissioner for Works and Transport, Alhaji Ibrahim Isa Mayana, alongside representatives of the contracting firm. The governor, who expressed satisfaction with the quality of work, charged the contractor to ensure the completion of all the Gusau Township Road projects within the next 3 months. Alhaji Bello Muhammad reiterated his administration's commitment to providing social amenities to the electorates in both urban and rural areas. Meanwhile, the governor has expressed concern over the rampant cases of erecting structures on waterways within the areas he inspected and warned people in the state against the dangerous act. All the road projects have reached various advanced stages of completion and are billed to be completed in February this year. In Gusau, Halliru Muhammad Umar, NTA News.
Now, traders in Kebbi State who lost their shops to a fire disaster in burning Kebbi Central Market 6 years ago will now sign a heave of relief following the reconstruction of 350 shops ready for allocation to the victims. The governor of the state, Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, while presenting keys to the shops to officials of the market for onward allocation, assured of conducive environment for all designated business areas in the state. Osman Abdullahi Shehu reports.
Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu at the official presentation of the shops disclosed that the Kebbi State government has expended over 2 billion naira on the renovation and rehabilitation of the burning Kebbi Central Market that was destroyed by fire 6 years ago. The governor, represented by the Commissioner Lands and Housing Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq Yalwa, explained that the state government has decided to return the shops and stores to those occupying them before the fire outbreak in the interest of social justice and fairness. The governor commended the traders for their patience, adding that the delay experienced in the reconstruction of the market was to ensure execution of quality jobs.
I want to use this opportunity to remind the traders that this market belongs to them. It is their responsibility to take adequate care of it.
The chairman Burning Kebbi Traders Association, Alhaji Umaru Dangura, expressed appreciation to the state governor for ensuring a logical rehabilitation of the market, adding that those interested in acquiring the newly rehabilitated shops can submit their application to the market management, which will subject to due process. Some of the beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the state government. Osman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
Panorama News will continue in a moment. Please stay with us.
For now, the best and most efficient way to avoid getting infected is through regular hygienic and sanitary practices, as well as social distancing. As individuals, we remain the greatest weapon to fight this pandemic. By washing our hands regularly with clean water and soap, disinfecting frequently used surfaces and areas, coughing into a tissue or elbow, and strictly adhering to infection prevention control measures in health facilities, we can contain this virus.
Coronavirus is real. Steps to avoid this pandemic. Wash your hands regularly or sanitize your hands. Keep social and physical distancing. Avoid crowded places. Stay at home unless absolutely necessary. Don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth if your hands are not clean. Avoid the spread of coronavirus. Coronavirus is real.
Welcome back. And now to our discussion segment. With me at the topic for today is gastroenteritis outbreak in 2 communities in Sokoto. And with me to discuss on this matter is Dr. Abdurrahman Ahmad, Director of Public Health, Ministry of Health. Saya, welcome to our studios.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, sir. So on the 26th of this month, there was a report of an outbreak in 2 communities in Sokoto, which was confirmed to be gastroenteritis with 4 deaths recorded. Can you give us an update?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Actually, there is report of outbreak of gastroenteritis in Helele area principally. And the first case was actually on the 24th of January 2020, but official report was received on the 26th. And in all to this moment, we had 274 cases, most of whom have recovered. From the look of things, we are winning because to this moment, we had only 2 new cases today. It's actually investigation was done, which linked it to broken pipes, which were illegally connected by the community, and which the organisms get entry, and then the people in the community took the water, contaminated water, and segment of them came down with gastroenteritis. Sample is taken. We are waiting the culture results to know which organism specifically we are dealing with. To this end, government galvanize support and then look into how to respond. In this response, a lot of effort is being in place, making assessment, establishing that yes, there is outbreak, and then medicaments are supplied to designated 3 treatment centers, namely Specialist Hospital, Helele Clinic, which is Primary Health Center, and then Primary Health Center at Kofarini.
If I may come in, but how many people were affected and what are the symptoms?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, is 274 in all to this moment. And the symptoms they are presenting with is diarrhea and vomiting with abdominal pain. So those we lost, they are basically lost at home because the community refused to present to the hospital. And we have surge of cases between 28 and 29 because we look for collaboration. We activated community resource group who went into houses to push people, convince them to go to the hospital. And that is why we had surge of cases. Like yesterday alone, we had over 70 cases. And these cases are not actually new. Cases that have been there because we break the transmission. We collaborated with Ruwasa, Water Board of Sokoto, and the pipes were flushed, and all the measures were taken. So we are sure the organism is not there. It's those that are incubating and those that are still sick, but they didn't come present to the health facility, and those are the people that we picked between yesterday and day before yesterday. And that is why we had surge of cases in these 2 days.
So, 2 communities are said to be involved.
Yeah.
Are they all, do they all have the problem of burst pipelines and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is not... it's clear we make assessment. These communities are in front of illegal connections, which Water Board went and disconnect all the illegal pipes. So, and lasting solution is established that the Water Board agreed to professionally connect them with bigger pipes in a safe place, away from refuse site where they can tap water, so that this thing can be avoided in near future.
Okay. So what's been done to support the communities to manage the outbreak now?
Yeah. What was done, we have done a lot. In the sense that all those that presented to the health facility are given medications free, ranging from the IV fluid, the antibiotics that they need, and all the other support is given to them free of charge, courtesy of Sokoto State Government. And then, aside that, we went into active case search because there is what is called a tip of iceberg phenomenon. Meaning, if you see a patient in the hospital, it means there are a multitude of that patient at home that didn't or in the community that refuse to come to the hospital. And that is why, as I mentioned earlier, that's why we had surge of cases yesterday and day before yesterday, because we sent teams into the communities to take this patient into the health facility. Because most of these deaths that you mentioned, they actually happen in the communities, not in the health facility. Because gastroenteritis, the danger is dehydration. When you are vomiting, passing diarrhea, you are losing a lot of water. And that water lost is what killed most of them. So not the organism. Okay. So we look for collaboration with RUASA, Ministry of Religious Affairs, because of the Almajiris that were involved. So Water Board, RUASA, Ministry of Environment did a lot. They activated the mobile court that is to ensure people are complying with sanitary provision, which is the reason why we see this thing happening. Okay, before I let you go, what's been done to avert reoccurrence of this? Yes, what is done to avert the reoccurrence of this is that, as I said, we look for collaboration because we felt Ministry of Health alone cannot do it. So environment is involved, mobile courts are activated, they started going around to ensure people comply with sanitary provisions as provided by the law. These pipes, the Water Board agreed to give them a big pipe rather than these small illegal pipes that can burst easily. So all these measures are done. We engage the community leaders, that's traditional leaders there, and the religious leaders, Almajiri, Malams, we all engage them to agree on the lasting solution which we'll implement. All right, thank you very much, Doctor, for coming to our studios for this discussion. Thank you for having me. All right, that was Dr. Abdurrahman Ahmed with our discussion segments. And now, (1,114) new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed as at Friday, the 29th of this month. Records from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control indicates that Lagos has the highest number of 408, followed by the FCT with 95. Others are Plateau 90, Ondo 66, Kaduna 36, Oyo 56, Borno 46, Imo 42, Edo 41, Ogun 37, Rivers 31, Ekiti 25, Yobe 20, while Kanu and Akwa Ibom have 18 cases each. The rest are Delta and Oshun with 15 cases each. Kwara 11, Bayelsa and Nasarawa have 6 cases each. Zamfara 4 and Bauchi 1. Total confirmed cases of the pandemic in Nigeria stands at 128,674, while 1,577 deaths have been recorded so far. And now sports. More football leagues matches live on NTA this weekend as CHAN 2020 gets to the quarterfinal stage. Details on our sports updates.